Okay, you guys are not going to believe this. So, believe it or not, there was a report that came out and actually came from Redfin, and they had indicated that 70% of home offers that were handled actually had bidding wars. And so I know that that is their agents alone. We experienced something that was very similar, and I'm going to say it's actually higher than that. I believe it is north of 70%. And the reason is that with so few homes available in today's market, it leaves no doubt that with the pent up demand of buyers, with the increasing in mortgage rates, which makes it even more aggressive for buyers because they want to capture those low interest rates, it has become, well, just a little bit crazy out there. So let's hit a little bit about the market and what we're doing. Remember to subscribe. Subscribing tells us you like what you are hearing and you want to hear more of it. Make sure you ask questions because, well, we love answering questions. There's no strings attached. We get a lot of great questions, and part of our content today, we'll be going over that, like 11 inspection traps to avoid, a 4-video series, and we're going to post that link for you. All right, now, when we take a look at the last weekend in February, let's come down here first. Let's take a look at the running 7-day average. This is going to give you a little bit of hint of where we're at and what we're doing. So, fortunately, it is so funny because we received a bunch of text messages, from our clients saying, "Oh my gosh, there's a lot of properties that came on the market. Woo!" And there was, and funny enough, there was so we've been running about 500-600 homes, and we actually ended up on Friday, it's a huge list day, at 1,154, which is awesome. Now, to complement that, we took off 1,476 homes. So, like last week where we talked about that big balloon, and it goes, just kind of deflates. It kind of takes the wind right out of the sail. Hey, that's it. We're going to change our analogy. We're going to talk about sailing. I don't know anything about sailing other than a couple of my buddies that took me sailing just told me what to do. I think I was there for muscle because they said grind, grind, grind. And, it was a workout. But anyway, still had a lot of fun. But we took the wind right out of the sail. The ship went no place. And that's exactly what our inventory is doing. That bar that we are trying to move just is not moving. In fact, it's going the other way. It's like the ship not only lost its momentum, it's now going the other way. The current is taking it the other way. I like that one. All right, so here we go. So we had 945 homes that sold. All right, now you might say, George, okay, so why is this so important? All right, when we talk about the fact that in December, 67.1% of the offers actually had bidding wars against them. In February, okay, or actually in January, it was at 70%. In February, once those numbers hit a final end, it will be even higher, okay? I'm telling you, it's higher already because of not enough homes for sale. Still have a pent-up demand. We're heading into our spring market. We are, normally it starts right about now, but at the beginning of February, it definitely hit. Now, here's the thing. Some people are saying, George, what the heck? Why are we seeing more homes on the market? Why is it we only have like 3,000? Actually, hang on, let me verify the exact number for you. So as of yesterday, we had 3,407 homes. Same thing we had the week before. Same thing we had the week before that. When we should have 10, 12, 14, 16,000 homes for sale. Horrifically low inventory. Low. Okay? So they're like, why? George, why are there no homes on the market like what we've always seen? Okay. Well, guess what? If the sellers need to move, they have to have a house to move to. And they look at it. It's like I had a conversation yesterday, and they're like, hey, George, I really want to move. I don't know where I'm going to go. There's nothing available. He says, I've been looking with you now for a couple of months. There's just nothing there. Plus, if they're going to finance, they have the same issues. Right now, so like a year ago, we were at like 2.8% for mortgage rates. We're bumping up against that 4%. I think we're 3.99. I mean, it doesn't get any closer to 4% than that, okay? So sellers are looking at it like, oh man, that's really hard. Why do I want to trade my 2.8 for 4%? Plus, I'm going to have to pay a lot more. Plus, I have to compete with all these other people out in the industry, right? Plus, if I put my home on the market, holy smokes, the homes, well priced, are going off market in 7 to 10 days. That means, well, where am I going to move to? The benefit of an off-market sale option. But yes, that is a huge, huge factor why we're not seeing a lot of sellers come out. Now, with that being said, there's a few things that are going to start to happen. We have been, according to NAR, they said that there's a potential of seeing a 22% increase in inventory as far as on market this year than what came on the last year or the year before. Well, that would be awesome because it will be absolutely absorbed. You know, it's like that sponge, right? If you pour water into a dry sponge, it just soaks it up. And that's where we're at. We're at a super crinkled up, you know, dry sponge that sits, you know, in your, hopefully in the little sink tray, and it's all crusty until it gets some water to expand, and until we start seeing that little pool around it, which means that we have reached the ability for that thing to absorb water, okay? We could absolutely take down 22% increased inventory. Hands down. Today, we could absorb that, and there would be a lot of very happy people. I know it. So, with that, let's talk a little bit more about what's going on. Now, year over year, because of this beautiful number right here, year over year, we're up 2.9%. That's only 81 homes. That is nothing. And again, just perspective for the new viewers, our MLS, the Northwest MLS, goes from the Canadian border, all the way out to the coast, okay? That's way out there by Aberdeen and Hoquiam and Ocean Shores and all of that. And part of Eastern Washington, part of the Olympic Peninsula. It is a very vast area, okay? There are more cities between those 2 points than homes that came on market, okay? So new on market, well, I should say this is existing inventory. New on market, we actually have year over year 200 more homes. Well, that was nice. Part of that was this right here, but the however is we need like a 1 in front of that. We need more, right? And look at this, the big wow. The wow is, and you might be saying, George, okay, so there was no change year over year. Well, big deal. It is a big deal because, holy smokes, people, we don't have any inventory. But yet, last year, which was a record setter over 2020, this is 2022, and like 2021, we're selling more homes this year than we did last year. Well, at least we're really close as far as our pendant are going, which is a trend, right? Because this is always the rear view mirror. This is what happened the prior month because, you know, figure an average 30-day close. That's a 1,150 homes we've sold less, but this is making up some serious ground, and it will become even more and more aggressive. So again, more reasons to watch the video. 11, well, it's a 4-video series. 11 inspection traps to avoid. Watch the videos. Yes, they're some of my earlier videos, but they're valid and they help you to look at and consider what you need to when evaluating a home, especially when the inspection timeline or it's a seller provided inspection gives you things to look at. All right. When we come over here, I'm going to compare month over month, but 2021 to 2022. Okay. Just the month of February. We're far enough into February. In fact, it's the last weekend. We can do this. Right. So again, year to date, right? We have 2.9%, which is 81 homes. So new for just February, we're up just for the month of February, year over year, we're up 900 homes. That's super awesome. Our pendant are up 10.1%, which is about 527 homes. Super awesome. And then our solds are down a little bit, which is about 620. Not unexpected. Why? Well, because we've been struggling for inventory. Whereas we had, you know, we just had a little bit more available last year as we were rolling into the new year. Not much more, but a little more. All right. Are these numbers going to continue? Are they going to continue pushing forward regardless of what's going out internationally with all of that? Well, let's consider that craziness out there. and our economy, even though inflation's at what, 7.5%, highest it's been since I think 1982 is what they said. The answer is yes. Even though interest rates are on their way up, yes, our market is going to continue. No, we are not heading into a recession. And you might be saying, George, how is that possible? Because there's no homes for sale. That's why. You know, if you go into a grocery store today, you go to the cereal box aisle, you see hundreds of boxes of cereal. There's lots of choices. If the price went stupid crazy over a box of cereal, nobody would buy it because there's lots and lots of choices. They could, you know, whatever the discount, sugar Cocoa Puffs or whatever they are, Fruit Loops or something, Lucky Charms. Oh, that little green dude doesn't come and get me. Anyway, but what if everybody wanted a box of cereal? There were 4 boxes of cereal and we had 500 buyers. Well, guess what? Those 4 boxes of cereal will find their highest value and they will be sold. Guaranteed. All right? So when we talk about our inventory, are we going to keep moving forward? The answer is yes. And until we get more inventory, whether it's through people coming on to the forbearance program, you know, the foreclosures and how, you know, that moratorium is now lifted, we're starting to see more notices of default. We're starting to see some of those folks coming to market. The best part is they're not short sales. Or for the most part, they should not be short sales. Why? Because you have seen in the last 2.5 years a 33% increase in your home value. And if you have seen a 33% increase in your home value, that is going to help you actually get some dollars if you're in a forbearance or in a distressed situation. So make sure that you're getting good qualified information and whatnot. And then, of course, if you're in a forbearance, remember, there are options. It's a federally mandated thing, and Freddie and Fannie and FHA, they want to help. Now, if you're working with a private lender, a little bit different. They don't have the same rules. But there are different things you can try, different things you can offer. All right? All right, let's move on. So, mortgage rates. Mortgage rates right now at 3.99%. Yeah, I told you they were going to get up there, and don't be surprised in March when they hit 4.5, when that becomes our par pricing. It is so funny. Even like last week, I shut some feelers out. Hey, what is your par pricing today? And nobody was excited about giving me their rates. Nobody. And I'm like, what's going on? They're like, oh my God, rates are going up. And I'm like, yeah, well, we can't do this. You know, people are going to run away. No. They're not. I mean, they're still amazingly low. And yes, people wanted the 2.8 or the 3.2 or the 3.5%. Yes, absolutely people wanted that. Difference is, look, it was shocking how long it stayed there anyway. It is going to go up, and it is going to continue to go up the rest of the year. Sure, it's going to come up and down, but it will be in an upward trend. So watch your mortgage-backed securities and your 10-year treasury on the stock market ticker. Remember, the feds don't make mortgage rates. Okay, if you have a question, email me about that. All right, remember, March 19th, we had some people that were asking about second homes. And they're like, what's the March 19th thing? The March 19th thing is where Freddie and Fannie are saying, hey, look, we have to stabilize some of our portfolios. So we are going to charge 1 to 2 points additional in fee plus a rate or both. Understand the cost of getting a second home is going up significantly. Significantly. It will be painful, all right? But it's not a, hey, I need to be locked under into a home at that point. I have to close by March 19th. So if you're not doing the 11-day close, you need to give Dan Golden a call at Cross Country Mortgage. He's one of the only people I know of that does a true 11-day close. You just need to get documents into him within 24, 48 hours. Everything's online. Just upload it. And then you can get qualified for that and do your 11-day close. TikTok, if you're actually looking at making a move, whether it's in this state or another state, because he does multiple states, must close by March 19th. Just saying. All right. The market, absolutely screaming and doing well. Buyers, without a doubt, are feeling the pressure of other buyers in the market. They know that homeowners are a little resistant right now. Well, because like we discussed, where do they go? What are they going to do, right? They already have the home. So they're not as motivated, okay? Make sure that you guys are solid when you're taking a look at homes and not making bad decisions. I heard a really sad story the other day where somebody went in, they actually tied up a piece of property, no contingencies, a massive amount of earnest money. Just to find out that there was a massive structural problem. Do not buy homes sight unseen, okay? Watch the video, 11 inspection traps to avoid. It's a 4-video series. We're going to add more to it. So make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, because we will be going over some of the key things to look for, some of the nuances to look for as you're either reading an inspection report that's provided by a seller. Maybe you're running and gunning and you just want to go through and you see, hey, do I see anything painfully obvious? All right, be super careful, everybody. That's the goal here. Anyway, in the meantime, it's going to be, it's going to be an interesting day today. It's been absolutely stellar the last couple of days. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you on the next video. And if you have any questions, post it, and I'll talk to you later. Take care.